They put cards from the new set into the vintage cube. Most of them are not very good because it's vintage cube, you know?
Yeah.
We're catching up. We have 2 trophies, both acquired with Tian last night. Cyrus is back with 3.
Cyrus is like, oh, there is Saruk Dance Storm. Oh my god.
And Mengu with 3. And Team J-Bro, that person keeps a lot with 5.
Hmm.
And we got, I don't know the rest of the people.
Me neither. Oh no.
Kenny the Pig is
Yeah.
Kenny Singh, I think, from Canada.
Kenny the Pig is like
Ooh,
some draft
I wonder if
28.
Larry Nevin is actually Neverinal, like the
That
one.
would be really
I think
funny.
it probably is, or someone just found the joke funny. No, there. All right.
I think the it's actually spelled incorrectly, right?
No, the
Isn't it
person's
Larry
actual name was
Niven?
Larry Nevin.
Oh, that's okay.
They
Never
put
mind.
then they put Nevin and then Larry backwards to form the name of the card.
Oh, my bad. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just a
really
noob.
funny.
I'm just a noob, I guess.
Well, I'm an MTG boomer. I know all of the useless facts that no one else like cares about. You know,
You're like a I don't know, a library of interesting side facts.
or useless info. I don't know, one or the other.
I think it's funny. I think a lot of those facts are like, I don't know, they let you understand why stuff ended up in the early sets the way it was a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously nowadays Magic is different, or like it evolved, you could say. I don't know.
I think this is the slowest firing cube draft I've ever seen.
They were just unlucky.
Yeah, it'll fill up. Yeah. So the reason this queue is up is actually the MOCS is up next Saturday. I know Jabberwocky was asking when it would be up, and so were a bunch of other people. And there's actually a huge difference between league draft and pod draft, and I think the worlds also showed that big deal. Whereas like all of the worlds decks were kind of equal power level. I think in
Hmm.
like league drafts you get very skewed decks, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
like
no
it's
one,
it's usually
yeah,
like 2 or 3 people on the table will have like more of the better cards, I guess. It's like hard, or like some person can have like one really
50%
insane
German
deck,
stream. P.
and it's like that's not gonna happen if 8 people who are like really experienced in drafting and cube.
Mhm. Oh, we got a sub from Otter Lady saying 50% German stream. I believe they're German as well.
Well, I'm not German, but
Yeah, we know, but you speak German.
we
All
know.
right.
Okay, okay,
So Soul
but
Ring's the best
you
card by a
know,
lot, and
I
um,
mean, yeah, I was gonna talk about how good I think Sneak Attack is, but yeah,
oh,
I
so
think I would take Solar in
you,
here always.
yeah, you and Edgar both love Sneak Attack. Edgar loves Sneak Attack.
I don't love it, but I think it's probably the second or third best card in this pack.
So it's Soul Ring, Sneak, Watergrave.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. And like the other cards are all like,
yeah, they're like medium-ish,
yeah,
I guess.
but Soul Ring leaves you the most open. Plus, like, it's basically good in every deck unless if you somehow draft a deck where it's not good, which is kind of peculiar. I don't know like how you actually end up there.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how you end up with a deck where Soul Ring isn't good.
I think once I had a deck where Soul Ring was worse than like Moxen, more like Mana Crypt, but it was
That can
weird.
happen if you have only one drop. I think it's not important.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I really don't know what to pick here. I'm
Okay.
like in favor of either. Okay, I'm looking at 4 cards. Either Simic Signet, Opposition, Primeval Titan, or Chandra. I really don't know which one though.
I'm
It's
gonna take
like
Simic Signet.
Signet is like the safest.
Yeah. The
Opposition is like the highest upside, and Primeval Titan is like. Oh, actually, I don't like picking Titan. I thought about it.
the
Yeah,
problem with Primeval Titan is I think it's actually just Colossal Dreadmaw pretty often in this cube, and that's like not even that
yeah.
exciting.
I don't know. I just Yeah, that was.
And
I mean, I think they put more lands into it nowadays. Like there's Saga and stuff now, but
yeah,
I
but
guess
there's
you
no
don't
Field
get
of the
that.
Dead or anything like that, which is the
Yeah.
huge payoff. And one other thing, I think opposition is actually a blue-green gold card. Pretty
No,
much.
yeah. I don't know why I thought Primal Titan would be. It would be cool to pick opposition wheel Lingering Souls there though.
We could just do the artifact deck again. It's like we're not even
Yeah,
giving
why
up very
not? I
much.
mean, there's not much else in there, right? There's like Finder and Elves, right?
Yeah, that's just like I
It
don't know.
basically sums it up, I guess. Finder and Elves days.
I mean,
Um,
Bolus Citadel would be good if we had
Incinerate.
Tanker, but
Citadel, yeah, but I don't think you want to pick that early.
no.
Okay, Rofello's still in there. I'm not really sure what to pick here, really. Actually, like, I could see Hangerback Walker, but it's not. It didn't age super well. I feel like, but it's fine.
I'm so my issue with these
Vision.
decks sometimes is you run out of gas. I'm kind of looking at Ancestral Vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vision as the second, and then like I don't know what else you'd want to pick.
I mean, you can like justify
The
Stoneforge or
way we started
Visionary.
off,
Yeah,
I don't feel like. Yeah, I think Vision is fine. We already have a blue fixer as well. I don't know. Kind of want to have it in
wow.
the opener anyway.
So
There's
we
Time Twister is interesting.
yeah we could also put Nissa into our deck and just be like blue or green like artifacts because this is just like a good
Yeah.
card. But maybe I take
I
Twister
mean,
and just look for Narset.
I really don't know to be honest. Like Twister synergizes if you drop down artifacts.
Mhm.
Like if you just play your hand out and then Twister is kind of good. But I can see both. Nissa is kind of. We already have Cosmic Signet. Maybe it's Nissa. I don't know.
One of these two.
I think so. Yeah. I'd be in favor of taking Twister actually,
Yeah,
because we took Visions. I'm kind of inclined to cut blue so that we get to be in blue, kind of.
this pack is
Oh,
really bad.
this is quite bad. Yeah, I think. I mean, I could be talked into picking Hallowed Fountain here. I could also be talked into picking. Yeah, I was talking about that. I don't know which one though.
I'm gonna take Hallowed Fountain. I think it's
Hallowed Fountain is good with Golos, right?
yep.
Like even if you don't play white, it's gonna be good with Golos. There's the Winter Orb.
Mm.
Like you could also. I mean,
These lands are actually pretty good, by the way, in my experience.
yeah.
Once I
was
realized that,
gonna
like,
say,
just turn 3+, they're just like dual lands.
you could also pick the land. You could also pick Solitude if you like think you will end up in white. But I don't want to pick double white cards early.
I'm
Winter
gonna
Orb
just
is
take
quite
Winter Orb.
unique, is the thing.
Yeah, I think we should just take Winter Orb and look for just. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Huh.
Oh, I don't know which one is better there. I kind of like Metamorph a little bit more.
I do
I
too
don't know.
because it costs 3 instead of 7.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's obviously a different card. Like,
Well,
it's
but
not like.
I'm joking a little bit, but a lot of times when it's close, I just take the card that costs less mana because it's like easier to
Oh
make it
yeah,
work.
no, that makes sense. No, yeah, for sure.
Okay, we take Grand Dynamo.
That's really good at that one table.
So
that means we are good to go for this deck.
someone
Like,
took
there's
Lion's Eye Diamond, which means they're probably trying to like draft Dome
there's
Storm.
like one combo
Yeah.
player, yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
how is
well then why did they
all
pass this?
Yeah, how is all that in the pack still? I don't know what to pick here though. Like, there's nothing for us, right? I guess you can pick opposition Brain Freeze.
I'm gonna take Brain Freeze because it's
To
actually
hate
good
pick.
versus opposing Storm decks. Also, like if we end up,
Oh yeah, you can side it in. Oh, there's the Citadel.
we could
think
end up
you
backdoor
could.
Storm as well. Yeah, like
I
Tinker
mean,
Citadel Storm, but
okay, this is Hangerback Walker for sure now, even though I'm not
ooh,
excited about it. Signet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think Signet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Signet.
I like Walking Ballista more than most people, but it's like honestly.
Yeah, I do too, but we need like the critical amount of mana source, like mana rocks, I guess. There's Ragavan, but it's probably not for us.
By the way, I had to teach Tian what this card did yesterday. He's like, this card doesn't seem very good. I'm like, it has haste. Then he figured out it's just a 3/3 haste creature for 3 at least.
Yeah.
It's actually
quite
really good in red aggro, I think, but I think we
Yeah,
should just
and I
take
think you can always play it.
one of these two.
I like Glenn, but I mean, I can always be. I'm always in for mana rocks, so I don't know. More mana rocks makes your goals better, makes your Citadel more castable. That
We
kind
ended
of
up
works
winning
with
it,
what
yeah.
I don't know if we will end up playing Citadel, but
All right, let's just take. I mean, well,
it's kind of close though. Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna take Archmage because there's
There's also like the
yeah.
Signet table, the last one, right? So maybe you can get. I would probably pick Sphinx. Yeah, Sphinx or
Yeah,
Trop or something like that. I think Sphinx is more value than Trop for
the,
us.
the way our deck is set up, I think what is very likely to happen is we'll just have a bunch of mana every game, and we'll want something big, and this is like the perfect card, pretty much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I think it's pretty easy to get like 6 mana plus spells that like kind of are good, but this is like one of the better ones, and we don't really have one currently. So, and the Trop is like whatevs in our deck, you know. Well, I'm down for
Yeah.
treachery.
I was gonna say I would pick Treachery there. It's
I
not
mean,
even close. I don't
so
know what Ludovic really does, but
it doesn't really do anything. Like,
okay. It's a
I
2 mana
okay,
2/3. Wow, wait, that's so broken.
yeah, okay. I'll give the short version of this. It's a 2 mana 2/3. You can like mill yourself a bunch. You can like transform it and put a bunch of counters on it equal to the number of creature cards exiled with the transform ability.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
really, it's honestly not very good. I don't really understand why it's in the cube.
Yeah, it's just because it's a new card, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, Treachery.
yeah. Ooh, relic.
Coalition Relic is a card I always like. Dimmer Signet is always also good, but I think
Copter's also pretty good in these decks sometimes. So
yeah.
we
Do
should
we
pick
have
relic.
enough for Copter though? Yeah, I think we should pick the Relic.
Okay, well this back sucks.
There's nothing real. How many reds? Oh, like one. Okay. I was gonna say maybe Nahiri, but Nahiri is not that good, right?
And here he's not castable in our deck, really.
Yeah, I was gonna count the red sources, but we only have one.
I think I should just
There's
take off
nothing.
all reaches.
Yeah, you just pick that for Gola. Like so,
Yep.
Golos gets that, and then I often do that when I have
Yep.
Golos. Like just pick some random man land, multi-call land.
Ooh,
I could be talking to the Steam Bands. I could also see Muldrifter, to be honest, quite obviously, but I don't think we need it.
then
We
we're
have
gonna take the
Visions, we have
vents.
Twista,
Yeah.
we have enough like payoff. Like not enough yet, but most like there's not much missing. I don't know honestly.
Probably spell
Could
pierce,
be
honestly.
Spellbeers, could be Stonecoil, could be. It could actually only be one of those. I mean, it could be Needle Spires, but I think that's too bad. I think you pick Spellbeers
Yeah.
probably.
Good, yeah. Okay, I don't think Jar is that good, honestly.
Me neither, but
I mean,
do you want to pick Soar? Yeah, I guess.
could
I don't
dig.
know. I don't know if can you cast like reliably in this deck. I mean, you can hard cast it, I guess. I don't think this is a dig deck.
Alright, we'll just take Soar then.
Yeah, I think Soar is fine, and you can like side it out or side it in or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, there's
Yep.
Signet as still.
Yep. Mystical
Pretty
Tutor is
good.
good in certain decks, not ours, essentially.
Yeah, we're like missing some pieces for it to like go off or whatever.
I'm
This
gonna
is
sideboard
like
Firebolt.
yeah, I'm fine with that. Hate pick high tide, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, hate pick doesn't mean anything, but
That's true, but the rest
okay,
doesn't mean anything
okay.
either.
We could play it. I don't think it's like terrible
Yeah,
to put
it's
in our
gonna
deck.
be in the sideboard, I think, but yeah,
Okay, sure.
sure the planeswalker that we can't cast. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is like almost the identical deck we drafted last night with Yen, except we don't have the Narset, which actually changes things.
We need the Narset, or like is Hull Breacher in the
No, they
queue?
cut Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher is not fun, like, for anyone.
Sad. I like flash creatures.
Yeah, do you like Clash creatures when your opponent like invokes Moldritcher, they get completely screwed. I mean, I guess it's fun
maybe
for you,
not.
but it's not fun for them for
No,
sure. Right?
actually, I hate opposition agents.
Okay. I mean,
But
that one's still in the
it's,
cube too, which is like kind of baffling as well.
yeah, I don't know.
It's just kind of mind-boggling that they would put. Oh, well, I guess
Ooh, it's
that's a
actually
free roll.
playable.
Yeah, it's another card for Golos. So, Workshop? Would we play Workshop? I guess we would. We're probably
I
not playing the
think we
Citadel.
definitely would play Workshop.
Yeah, I guess Time for 3 is so broken in this deck.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of Workshop in Cube because it's like same as Metalworker. Huh? Frost Titan or Assault or
I think we're actually supposed to take Frostbite and just table the Basalt.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then, like,
Frost
after this,
Titan
we
is good
don't
enough.
really need another 6-drop creature, I think.
Yeah, these packs don't really have anything for us other than like 2 cards always.
We pack one picked one Soul Rings, it's hard to complain too much, right?
No, I'm not complaining about like.
Yeah.
I'm like saying like there is not much you can like choose from for this strategy right now, but I think we're doing fine.
So we're just mono blue with a bunch of off-color lands. Why not main deck Bloodstone?
I
It
mean,
like interferes with some of the
we
expensive cards
could main deck it, but it's like it's just a 5/3 that dies to a lot of shit. Like it's quite good if you like get it out on the play turn 3 or something, I guess, but we might end up playing it. Depends.
Oh, I guess I'll tell people who are asking who you are. It's Stefan Schütz. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I try every time, and I think I generally do a pretty good job. Sorry, I'm getting
Yes, you
thirst for
do.
knowledge over time warp.
Yeah, I was looking at the time warp. It's close, I think.
We don't have any planeswalkers.
But
Like,
Thirst is just too good.
Thirst is so
Too.
broken in these decks, in my opinion. So Stefan is a very skilled Magic player.
I'm just a projection. I don't exist.
What? Yeah.
Who's the guest?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. I need to find the umlaut U to put in the title. Where is it? It used to be here somewhere. Oh yes, oh wait. So this is
Gold Spandrang is probably pretty good in Cube, right?
It is. I mean, if you want a red 5-drop.
Yeah,
Probably in like blue red,
it's probably one of the better red 5-drops, right? That's at least what I thought. But there's Grim, there's Counterspell as well.
There's a Grim
It's like three cards for us. Yeah, I think it's probably Grim Monolith.
Yeah.
And we might even get one of the others. We don't know yet, though. It would be kind of cool if we get like. I guess we have Golgari Signet Relic. Yeah. Okay. Let's take Grim Monolith. I was like gonna say I hope like one of the Greenlands tables so we can get it from Golos. There's Tinker and we have Citadel.
Hold on.
Holy shit. Is that better than? It has to be better.
Well,
right?
so we can also like just the thing about Citadel in this type of deck is like it's actually often going to be only like a draw 3 or whatever because you have a lot of expensive shit.
Yeah, like, question is it good enough? I think it should be, but I'm not sure.
I think we should just take it in case if we also see like
and hope like one Hearthstone or Tezzeret tables,
yeah.
And then like it's kind of sad that all of those are in the pack.
I actually think we should take Shark Typhoon over Forgemaster.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think that's mine.
Yep.
Forgemaster is.
Forgemaster is not good.
Actually, Emery is quite good as well, right?
Yeah.
We don't have like the milling thing. I don't really love it. Like and like it shouldn't be that relevant, but like if you mill your key cards in this deck, you can like have the draw. Oh, we have Twister, I guess. I think Shark Typhoon is fine. Like some defensive and stuff.
Oh, Hog.
That's the snap.
Yeah. Can we table this? Probably
Hopefully.
not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably not then.
No, they're like the pack is pretty weak as well. Like who picks Mirage like nowadays? I guess people pick it.
Not,
I don't know.
no one really. I'm gonna take Control Magic and
Control
probably just
Magic,
put it
yeah.
here. I don't really like starting it. I don't think it's very good.
It might be better than Soar.
I mean, it's yeah, sometimes it is actually, but we also have
Depends on the
Treachery,
matchup.
so
I mean, Treachery is obviously better than all of those. But okay, I don't know how good this 10 Twister will be. We might still end up playing it just
I
you
think
can
we're probably
just
supposed to because we can
because
like
you can
empty our
like
hand pretty quickly
yeah.
with mana.
And you also got the combo with Time Twister and Consecrated Sphinx. Just
We
kidding.
do. I think we should take Tar Pit.
I like that, yeah.
I think Gush is super overrated and
Oh,
honestly not very good.
this pack is really weak unless you're like
Unless if you like Smoldering Egg.
or unless you are mono whites, I guess. I
Oh
guess
yeah,
those are
Usher. I think
nice.
Usher of the Fallen is decent, and Qatar Commando is like also decent,
Yeah.
but not about that. All right, here we go.
Just get it all.
I think our deck is really good, honestly. Like obviously we'd
It
want like
looks pretty strong, and it's not like we have too many payers or too little. It's like seems like a good ratio.
I mean Citadel's not the best tinker target for our deck. I think honestly Sinks of the Steel Indoor. Oh wow, that the whoever has the lead Yogwill
Do
demonic
you
tutor.
pick the steering wildwood or do
Yeah,
you like
yeah, we
yeah,
should
I
just
think
put it in
so.
our deck. I think probably.
Because now we have a Greenland for gold as well. That's nice.
So our mana base is going to be funny. It's just going to be like 9 islands, these,
And
and
those lands, yeah.
yeah. Do we want Taiga?
Um, I don't know.
This
I mean,
thing?
we're
No, we have 7
dang,
creatures.
we aren't playing that. I mean, you
All right.
could play Geist and side it in against some deck. I don't know. I think you picked the Tiger.
Oh,
Oh,
this is good.
that's how did that? Who
Okay.
we're getting everything. I can't. It's
Yep.
like this deck is gonna be hard to build because we got just every single card.
Well, we
Oh,
can
not
just
really,
cut the
but
bad cards from our deck. Like Hangerback is not that exciting.
cut back cards. Good strategy.
Yeah, you know how you make decks better? You just cut the bad cards and replace them with good cards.
How many lands do you think this deck wants to
I
play?
think it's 16, honestly.
16 makes sense, yeah. Because
Because
you
the
always need to hit your first two
well,
and sometimes the third.
also a lot of our lands, like if we can activate them, are pretty good to activate.
How is
Or
it even possible? 14th fix is it Signet, yeah.
oh, shout out to Ekrus MTG for the raid. Just saw that. Thank you. So
Yeah,
maybe
I'm not sure about Soar or Control Magic either. Like maybe we just play neither. We will see.
yeah, and just only play
Treachery,
Treachery.
we have to play Treachery. I think we have to play Citadel, even though it's not that great in our deck, just because Tinker Citadel is so stupid. Then
One
I
issue
could
with
be.
our deck is we don't have a lot of win conditions actually.
So like, how do we win? We win with Shark Typhoon. We win with Tezzeret Ultimates, and we win with like Frost Titan Swing Speeds or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, it's not like
Yeah,
that great, but maybe we should actually then play the Control Magic on the Hanger Back or something.
yeah, I think we
Maybe
should
not. Like
actually for threat density. I think maybe
yeah,
we should cut Winter Orb from our main deck actually.
I was gonna say that. That
Yeah.
was it was like waiting. I was waiting to shout that out, and then like, don't we still have too many cards? I think
So
we have
this
one
is
card too
currently
much, right?
yeah. I think we should cut. Let's see. We should cut. Is it crazy to cut one of these signets? Actually, is the question.
It's either Signet or it's kind of hard.
Right. Okay. Let's look at what the breakdown of our lines are. We have green, green. That's a green signet. That's a green signet. Black signet. Black signet. Black. Black. Red. 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 I think honestly we could probably cut Rakta's signet. looking
We
at
have
how it breaks
a little
down.
bit too much red. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you could cut one of them. Yeah. And
So
now you could just play this. The question is like, would it be good to have like something else, or
yeah,
is there like
I'm looking at this lodestone still. I don't know. I don't want to main deck it, but like
I
what you
just
could
don't.
do is cut the pierce for the lodestone. That sort of
I
makes
was gonna
sense.
say you could generally just cut the spell pierce, but I don't know how. I mean, it's hard to say.
So sort of what that means is if we're going that route is any hand that doesn't have Signet, Soul Ring, Ancestral Vision, or Workshop, we have to mulligan, right? Pretty much.
I agree.
Yeah, but that's
So
a lot of cards.
maybe
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah, but maybe in that regard, it's wrong to cut the Raktus signet. Then maybe I feel like it's wrong. Just thought about it.
Is
I don't know what changed then.
someone's asking if Is It Signet is better than Raptor Signet? Yeah, because all of our
It
spells are blue.
it makes blue. It's just like the blue signets. Like so, like I don't think it's often gonna happen that you don't have enough blue in this deck because you're gonna play so many islands. But there's probably like hands where you're happy that your signet makes blue because like I guess you have workshop or you have like
Yeah, exactly.
Taiga needs flyers or something. So the blue signets are gonna be better.
Yeah.
But
Um.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about the Rakdos signet cut anymore, but I think this is fine now.
Well, so how good is Thran Dynamo in our deck actually?
Oh, maybe this Grand Animal is
I'm
worse
actually
than the
looking at
signet.
it. I think it's on the wrong spot in the curve, and it doesn't ramp us to anything really, right?
Like either you play the Grand Dynamo and cut more 4 drops or something, or you don't play
Okay.
the Grand Dynamo,
I
right?
think this is actually correct, even though it looks bizarre. I
It's kind of sad, but yeah,
well the
I'm like a huge
yeah.
Grand Dynamo fan, but it's not great in this deck. It's like the only way that Grand Dynamo really does anything is when you have exactly 4 lands, no fifth land, and it ramps you into 6 drops, or you have like some double spell turn. So I think yeah,
Why does it want me to play Swamp? Oh, Bolus's Citadel. That's why.
because it
Yeah, fuck that.
wants to
That's
cast Bolus
yeah.
Citadel.
The
Yeah,
the trick is Bolus's Citadel is not really. I mean, let's see if we draw
we
Tar
could
Pit,
cast it. I think.
Tar Pit, Lava Claw Reaches, Relic, Golgari Rec. Oh, actually, we're not. It's not unreasonable for us to cast it. It's just
I
like
think it's possible, and Goas can fetch a black source.
I think it's
I think his deck's pretty good. I think the only card missed, really, I guess you could always talk, or I guess you could always say,
what? Oh, did we lose him? One
can you hear
sec.
me?
Yeah, you went out for a second.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well,
whatever.
you're back now, but
I was gonna say you can always complain about not having enough P9 cards, but the one card that we really were just missing was Urza, I think.
yeah.
And apart from that, we kind of got everything.
This deck looks toxic. Yes, that's how you know it's a good vintage cube deck. If your opponents are like, what the hell?
Which vintage cube decks that are good are not toxic?
Um, yeah, I don't know. All right, what is this deck? Just blue? It's really just blue, right?
I would call this deck blue brown. I don't know.
We're just Monoblue artifacts, really. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good again, I think. But is there any
what?
cards you're going to side in often, like Spellpierce, Winter Orb, I guess, maybe Solar, you know,
Hangerback versus
maybe Hanger.
aggro decks,
Yeah.
and then like that's it, pretty
Brain
much.
Freeze, maybe against
Brain Freeze
Storm.
versus Storm deck, yeah.
We have been paired. And that looks pretty good, right?
Yep.
It's like you can either ramp into Tezzeret or you can just make a Bolas Citadel. I guess we play that one.
Yeah. If we get Wasteland, it'll suck, but whatever. I'm not gonna play around Wasteland blind.
Yeah, if they Wasteland you, they also need to have a good 2-drop or something.
Oh, Savannah, Creeping Target, Avacyn's Pilgrim. We got something going on. Probably supposed to play a black Signet. Probably
Just play the worst one, because we might tinker next turn, we don't know.
Yeah, in which case this is the worst one.
This is the worst one, yeah. Because we already have red.
I'm not sure we're... I guess we are supposed to tinker. Yeah, actually we are
I'm not
supposed to
sure
tinker.
if we are supposed to, but it's looking like we're likely to. They just attack for one. What is their deck? Okay, they leave up 3 mana.
So this means opposition agent, in my opinion, which means we should just play a bunch of Signets.
Yeah, I think we just play Signet to...
Signet Relic. Signet Land Relic, probably.
You could also play the other Signet and the Wildwoods, because the tap land, it's kind of the same, but having the Relic out there is also nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is.
I feel like this has to mean oh, what? Okay, I guess they don't have Oppo Agent.
Maybe they have like a 3 mana counter spell or something. I don't know if that one exists though.
I don't really like playing the Tinker right into there and just getting like destroyed by something.
No,
random.
I think that's fine. They're not.
Oh, okay. I guess they just didn't have anything.
Well.
Okay, well.
That's a reason to play these weird colors. What did they get?
Only Lonus.
Oh, Lonus. Okay, that's kind of lonely. I don't know. That was not a very good one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Tinkering away the Rakdos Signet, I think.
Yeah, you could also. I was gonna say maybe you. No, I think you Tinker first. Yeah, because you want to see the top card. Bolas's Citadel.
Yeah, I mean the only other option is like Golos, but that doesn't.
Or like Metamorphs there in if.
But that doesn't do much either.
I would Bolas.
Yeah. Oh.
That
means I should play my land for. Oh, it's so awkward. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna play my land first. The mana doesn't actually matter, I think.
It probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll just steal that, and that way we can also play a land from the top.
Exactly. That's why I decided it was better to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
well, we can use Emery to mill. So. Wow. Just doing it.
Probably should play that, and now we should like be careful about our life total at this point. I feel like.
Probably just a creature land. Let's see. We have green, black, white, red, blue. So probably just.
I like Tarp, to be honest. Or maybe it's Lowerclaw just because we have so much mana.
I'm afraid of that. That's the only problem. So, but that's a 3-turn. It takes 3 turns for us to die to that, so we should be fine.
Yeah. Is there any life gain we have left in our deck?
We don't.
Okay, then. They have to attack Tezzeret, right? If we like.
Oh, true.
If you like play something like they would just die otherwise. You just play Tezzeret and then you play the other Signet as well, and you just plus it, right?
Yep. We could also
we should not forget that Bolas Citadel also has an activated ability.
Oh, I'm always on the lookout for that one.
Yeah, okay. I was just saying.
1, 2, 3. I can't activate that, but that's fine. All right, that's my turn 4. That's all I got. That's it.
They need something absurd now. I don't know if there's any.
I mean, there's plenty. Vintage Cube is
I guess
volatile
it's Vintage Cube,
that
but...
I'm glad they cut Fiery Confluence because that's the card that is like most likely to.
Oh, that card would be really scary.
But they cut it from the cube, so.
They cut it because it was too obnoxious, or what?
I think it was bugged at one point. All of the Confluences were bugged at one point, but they put Mystic Confluence back in, but they let Fiery Confluence out.
Okay.
I could have
I
charged
think
that.
the red one is
Oh,
the best one.
I guess I could
Okay,
have.
what are they targeting?
They should target treachery, I think, actually.
That would make sense, yeah.
Okay.
They did. Yeah, we can't really second response or anything. Like, no, there was no great. Okay, so this is 4, 5,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ghost becomes 5/5 as well, right? So I don't know, 3, 6. It's not lethal, I think. No, they block 3. They take 15, and then you.
We appear to be dead if nothing happens, right? So I think.
Wait,
what
actually, no. So Golos becomes a 5/5 as well, right? That's how Tezzeret works.
Oh yeah.
Artifact you control.
1,
So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
and then you can make a black with Coalition Relic and activate Reaches. So they have to block 3 5/5s, take 15, and Reaches gets through, and Henry can attack for 1. How much is that? Reaches takes how much to activate? RBX or 1 RBX. So it's 1 RB. Okay. So it only gets in for 5. Wait, I think.
No, we can pump this. We can play this.
Oh, this also makes +1, right?
Yeah.
The monolith, I forgot.
Well, it's +3, right?
Oh, it's +3. You're right.
All right. So I think plays this.
I mean, you could also not attack with the boss citadel, so you could activate it.
Wait. We're at 4.
Yeah.
All right. So I think this actually does make sense then, right?
Just activate that. Tap Grim Monolith. Oh, you become Yeah, if you act wait. If you activate it now, then you can't tap the Grim Monolith anymore, right? So you
I have to do this, right?
Yeah, does Tezzeret say until end of turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter, but yeah. Yeah, I think you activate this first with like the rest of the mana you have, and then you activate Tezzeret.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be summoning sick creatures, and that would be awkward.
So they have to block that, and that. Should be lethal if they. I mean, maybe attacking with the Citadel is wrong. I'm not sure.
1,
so they
2,
block
3,
those 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they block, no, you have to attack with Citadel, right?
I think you have to attack with it. Yeah, I was just checking for room for errors and stuff.
They can block 3 things. 7. They block that. They block these 3, and they take 21, right? If you block 7,
maybe we should not have played the Grim Monolith. Or maybe I'm not sure.
All right, well, they conceded.
Oh, they conceded. Okay, because if they had something here, they could just kill us with. Well, I guess they had the tar pit anyway, so whatever. We would have died anyway if we didn't kill him there.
Exactly.
So.
How we want this? If this. Maybe we should have just started it.
Maybe all the control effects are good in our version or something. Yep. What to got though? Maybe Lodestone. I guess Lodestone is not that bad. I don't know. I was thinking Lodestone because we were on the draw, but maybe not.
I'll just cut it. It's like fine.
It's kind of good with Emery and Workshop, so that's why I'm not sure. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're okay. Maybe you're supposed to not cut it.
I don't know what to cut. I really don't. It's like kind of hard to say. Because the problem with this deck is there's all the payoffs do something unique. And
all right, I'm just gonna submit and cut the Lodestone.
Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. I think it's much worse on the draw, but it might still be good enough. I just can't tell, you know. It's like whatever. Good old Tezzeret the Seeker.
That was kind of wild. Like,
They should have attacked with Torpid on the Seeker, I think.
I think this is actually a keep.
Yeah, you have 16 outs that give you another mana,
Yep.
and you have visions, and you're on the draw.
So that's like 75% to just have a busted draw.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I was gonna say it's over 70%, but it's 75 even.
Okay,
Oh my
well,
god. Do you? So we're not really ramping into anything.
I think you're
like,
supposed to suspend this turn.
I think you're yeah as well, and like the only thing you're ramping into here is like Time Twister, I guess. So there's
But we
no
can wait
really...
a turn on that. Just hopefully we draw a
Yes.
land next turn. It would make it a lot better.
Okay, they have Simic Singer too. They do be having that fixing.
Nice.
Okay, so
Alright.
we can Taiga into Solaring into Signet. Alright, well, that's probably...
Yeah, I don't really want to play Twister here.
Time
I don't
Twister
think
here,
that's
I don't-
anything.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's... Like, they also dump their hand. It's like, I kind of want to play Time Twister when I'm empty-handed or something,
Exactly.
or when we are looking for something.
Our best draw would be an island, I think, just to play Tez. Or are they just gonna...
Yeah.
They just going to cast Niv?
If they always have Niv on 3, I mean...
I mean,
Or it was on 4 last game, I guess. It's probably the best card in their deck. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe it doesn't have that many hits. Then it's pretty mediocre.
It showed us Alonis. I generally think it's hard to have Niv have a lot of hits in Cube.
Could you, like... I guess if you have... That would be a fun stipulation. Just pick one, get Niv, and then just draft all the multicolor bullshit.
Oh, yeah, if we draw Island, we should just play Sphinx. That's true.
That's true, yeah, we should play Sphinx. Oh, there's Ransom.
Whatever. I mean, like, sure, it's kind of a fast clock, but... Oh, they didn't even make a Tree Folk token?
They didn't even make a token. What?
Oh, they are also a Ghost deck. That makes sense.
Wow, okay, that's probably better than Niv even in their deck.
Probably. I mean,
Blue Swords. Yay.
Well, why would we even doubt? Why would we doubt?
Yeah, I don't know why we would.
Of course we're going to just draw land. That's ridiculous.
Of course, yeah. And now if they make a token, we can kill Ren, which is nice.
No, it has reach.
Oh, the token has reach. Yeah. I've never played again with or against the card.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's
broken.
Reach.
Ban it, please. Yeah. That's too good.
Also, Time Twister plus Sphinx is kind of hilarious, but also not very good, I think, for us to do. Because, like, us having 21 cards in our hand doesn't actually do anything, right?
Yeah, I would rather get the Time Twister down.
Or the Tezzeret, yeah.
The Tezzeret, I mean, yeah. Not the Time Twister.
Someone played this card in RG and Legacy. I'm just like, this card seems mega bad to put in your deck. It's a 5-drop.
The problem is in Legacy, having a lot of lands in play is a sign of either losing really hard or winning really hard already.
It's usually winning really hard in that deck, so I don't really like it.
So yeah, it's either win more or you can't do anything with it, I feel like. They just draw cards here, I think.
No,
oh no! Oh, they did that. I didn't.
Why? That's like, is that even... They have one card in hand now.
I don't know what they're doing. But...
Oh, that's insane. I think I should just play that instead.
Is there a way to play Tez and to that?
So we'll have 1, 2...
Oh, we don't have enough blue. We can't counter if we play Tez. We could play
if
both,
one of these signets was blue, I think it would work out.
I think in a situation like this, you want to leave up the counter.
Agreed. I'm just going to attack that and play Archmage and Seiko.
Yeah,
and play a top land. Plus, we have an Ancestral on 1. Like, if you just reduce all of the cases where something bad happens to you.
Yeah. Also playing the Glen instead of the Tez makes you able to play the tap land.
Yep.
Which is a little slight advantage. Cast Twister for the meme. Not when they just did that.
That's like a really bad
I'm all for the memes, but stuff like that has to be punished.
We would draw 21 cards and not be able to deploy any of them.
And the good thing is we can't really deck like from all the draw because we have Twister to reshuffle. Ooh, they drew one good card.
No, they didn't.
We can just counter it for 1 mana.
It got milled.
Oh, I got milled. I'm stupid. My bad.
This like, what is this?
Oh, this card can't even. Oh, this card only finds it's mulch. Yeah, plus
It's
one is
mulch.
mulch.
You're
right?
mulching every
Okay,
time,
I
and
forgot.
then zero
I
is
forgot.
like
I was like, I thought they got the Mystic Confluence.
zero is like mana bond, except you don't have to discard your hand. Minus
I mean,
three
it has
is
good abilities. The problem is
Yeah.
that it just costs 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's
well,
actually surprisingly annoying.
well, we'll probably draw like a control magic or something. You know.
Yeah, I think so too, but just have a random.
Imagine if they had a
Dragon
7/7
Lord
tree. I know. What if they had just made a tree on that first turn cycle and was beating us down?
I think the tree would have made it much harder to win.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know if we would have lost, but it would have been much closer.
I mean, I remember Karnstein and Mirza. People never made constructs enough with that card.
That's crazy.
They were always obsessed with like grinding value, and I'm just like, you know, a token is value, right? All right, so yeah, control magic is our best draw. Are they cracking the clue?
I don't know.
If they crack the clue, we'll draw 2 more cards. We just want to find a control magic for that, I think. And then like everything falls apart for them. Okay. I'll click yes. Promise.
Don't draw too many cards, Jarvis.
We have 23 cards left, and in the session.
I know. I'm just making fun of the situation.
Frost Titan also works.
There's so many ways. Yeah, Frost Titan just controls the Dragon Lord, like keeps it in check, and then you kill the Ren. Then you can hit them for 1 in the face with the Glen, I guess.
Hold on, I should figure it out. Also, we got a donation from Tristan for $75. Nice. If you want us to do a stip draft next draft, let us know. I think I have enough to play most of my stuff out actually well.
So what is your plan here? Oh yeah, you can play Grimoire, I guess.
Playing it out actually does make sense because of the Tezzeret the Seeker.
Yeah, playing it out and tapping it doesn't make sense here because you have Tezzeret, yeah.
Normally, I think that play is like really bad, obviously.
Yeah, normally that would be a bad play. Yeah.
So we take out the Ren, play Island, leave up Archmage, and then I think we're like in pretty good shape.
Probably.
I'm gonna hit them for 1 as well because I'm never blocking Archmage.
Hit them for 1 for good measure.
Yeah, gotta send a message.
Okay.
Oh, I could have tinkered for Metamorph actually. Maybe that was better.
Oh, I didn't think about the Tinker at all because I saw that Citadel in our hands.
Yeah,
so
no, but Tinker for the Metamorph actually does make sense. So.
What do you discard a land?
I think we just discard this.
Well, I would not discard. I would discard land or Thirst. I think, to be honest, because if something really weird happens, you can reshuffle with Time Twister.
Okay, sure.
And I think the Citadel actually has value because if you get to cast it, you just 10 them.
Yeah, 10 them and then they die.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like our opponent and I are playing very different games here, right?
The fun thing is, like they get to do their things, we get to do our things.
But our thing is just much better.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to argue that they didn't have a functional draw either of these games.
We're basically playing EDH here. It's like EDH Mira.
They're looking for clues, but clues aren't even good versus Consecrated Sphinx.
They're looking for clues.
It's just like...
I don't know why I found that so funny.
I don't know. I mean...
Solving the mystery of losing. No, I think their deck is not that bad, but it's definitely...
It's not good versus ours, I think, is the actual
It's also, it's also bad against our deck. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm going to draw 2, but obviously there's a point when I should stop. Right. Okay, well, now I think we can stop with both the control magics in our hand. We have both of our
Now
6 drops and a bunch
they
of.
just steal their best creature, or like one of the. They just steal the Atarka and the Tireless Tracker, I think.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
really
even
don't want to draw
two.
anymore.
Yeah.
You're just gonna discard.
Yeah. I mean, we have all of the cards we need. 13 cards in hand. Oh, if we had Triskaideka File, we would win the game on our upkeep.
Is that card in a cube?
No. But
Probably
I'm just
isn't.
saying we could win the game on our upkeep.
So is there a way to like? I guess we don't have enough mana yet. I thought maybe there's a way to like
No.
Assault, Tez, untap, play Shark Typhoon, play Treachery or something. But
We don't have enough blue sources is the actual issue. None of our signets tap for blue.
I guess Treachery could help there. But yeah, we are missing one blue source, I think, in play.
So what I could also do is Metamorph Atarka as well.
You could Metamorph Atarka, yeah. You could Metamorph Frost Titan. You could Metamorph.
A lot of options. It doesn't really matter what I do. I think almost all of the paths lead to victory. So I'm just gonna like
just do the thing where they get to have the least things. I feel like is the best thing. Just steal. Just be thieving.
Oh, I need to float mana, right?
I mean, you could still respond to the trigger, I think. Because they could kill their own stuff or something, and then.
I mean, we could just Archmage it. Funnily enough.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, we can actually Hardcast the Citadel pretty easy this turn if we wanted to. Funny. Yeah, green or red mana don't matter.
Yeah, we could have done everything post combat, to be honest. I don't know if that made sense though. Because then you could have like attacked them, maybe they let it go through, and then you sell them, but it doesn't really matter.
I think I'm gonna tinker away the monolith probably.
Oh, what are you gonna tinker for? I didn't really think.
I'm gonna get Metamorph on Frost Titan.
I thought we had it in hand. My bad. Yeah, I just really am not thinking about the tinker lines here.
It kind of doesn't matter what we do, honestly.
I know, but it doesn't matter, but also it does. But I don't know. Like, so let's get another Frosty, and then I don't know what.
Control Magic the Tracker, I guess.
Could Control Magic the Tracker, yeah. I think that's fine, yeah. And then you play Island and just attack and win.
Oh shit! More artifact for us. Oh, those are value with Citadel. We can just sack them to the Citadel.
To value, we can activate it twice, maybe.
I don't think we're gonna draw cards with that. Tap that just. I think one thing they could have done was just amass a bunch of clues and just like get a permanent from our deck instead of drawing cards.
Yeah.
I think that's actually better, but it's also kind of for Vel. Right. Time for Vel.
I probably would not have cast a relic there. I find it slightly risky, but it probably doesn't matter.
See you later. Alright. We can solve the mystery. Is the mystery that we don't need any more cards? We don't need more cards, more mana, more permanents, really.
The mystery is what they have left, because they're still playing.
There's no mystery there. The mystery is I will literally Archmage that so fast and force them to concede.
I wonder if they had something to bait the Archmage there. That was like the only way to get back into the game. I think they would have still lost though, because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have like Shark Typhoon. We could have also killed them with Citadel, maybe.
That was not a particularly close match, I would say.
Not really. We're both playing the same deck. They just had different payoffs, kind of, and their payoffs were a lot worse, or were like not interacting well with ours.
That's true. That was a fun game. I mean, I guess it was pretty easy as well. That's why it was fun.
I mean, our deck is kind of fun.
Yeah. It was Happy
It's
Friday.
kind of a solitaire deck, but not really.
It's not a solitaire deck. I mean,
you have like control magics and stuff.
If they deal us
a lot
of damage,
it's not a solitaire deck. They could have also just attacked our Tezzeret game 1. Who knows how the game would have ended.
Anyways, shout out for everyone being here. It's a Friday. If you want to donate to the stream, the link has been posted in a lot of places, and we are taking steps. Although no one has put put in a stip yet, so if there are no stips, we'll just draft normal decks, I guess. As normal as you get. Is this a normal vintage cube deck? I don't know.
I think it's like a very vintage deck, but
Alright,
I don't
well,
know
I'm
if it's a
keeping.
normal vintage cube deck. Yeah, I would keep. I would play tap
Probably
lands. I don't know
Lava
which
Claw
one.
Reaches, I guess. It doesn't really... actually, you should play Wildwood first, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think it matters much.
I was just planning ahead for Golos in case, but, like...
Our whole hand is legendary creatures.
Okay, but does that matter?
No, it doesn't.
I think I should just play Monolith, right?
I think you play Monolith off this, yeah. Then play the blue land.
I
The
mean,
island, I guess.
the question is, are we going to tinker next turn or not? Probably not.
It doesn't matter, right? Like you just don't want to play that Steam event, so they
Alright.
can't like strip mana Wasteland it, right? That's what I was
Right.
thinking. There's island. So
I think I
I
should
think
just
you would play
play
Golos.
Golos Emery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Golos Embry. And if they have to use their Karakas to bounce their creatures, they're probably just losing.
Alright, the question is what
So
land to get. I think it might be Mishra's Workshop, actually.
oh, really? I would have gotten Tarpit, but maybe it's Workshop.
Well, so the reason to get Workshop is I expect them to use Caracas to bounce this.
Oh yeah, get Workshop. Get Workshop. You're right. I didn't think about that. I just didn't think about that. Yeah, like so they can't really bounce it anymore because you just recast it all the time.
Alright. We did not mill our
Citadel.
Citadel, but
Yeah,
honestly, if we had, it wouldn't even matter. Oh,
it
it would
wouldn't be
be a
that
little bit
bad.
bad, but not that bad. What's the best turn 3 Tinker Target? In our deck, it would be Citadel. In a lot of other decks, it would be like... I
Maybe
think versus this
Battlesphere,
person, it would probably be...
Warm Coil Engine or something.
Well, I don't like Wormcoil versus Mono White because like all
Yeah,
exile
they
effects are not
they can
great.
just exile it. Well, I guess then Battlesphere or what else is there?
White Steel, if you had protection, I guess. Often
I
it's
guess
like...
Inkwell Leviathan can block. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it can also just kill them in 3 hits.
In Vintage, definitely the best Tinker Target is Bolsa Citadel, and the second best is Sphinx of the Steel One, which is kind of funny. And
The
the third
third
best is
best, I think, is
Blight
Blightsteel.
Steel,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny that Blightsteel has fallen from grace.
Well, I don't know if you've ever gotten a Blight Steel Oak Code.
Ooh,
Oh, that doesn't matter.
doesn't
We have
matter
enough
at
mana to
all.
cast it through that, right? Oh, no, we don't.
No, we actually don't.
Okay. I mean, they'll
Should
take
not
it,
have
but
gotten the workshop, huh?
it doesn't matter. We'll just play a Signet, play a tap land, see how
I
it
was
goes. Like,
joking. I was really just joking, right? Yeah, we cast a Signet off the work. Actually, yeah, we just cast Signet off workshop.
and then we can untap the Monolith and stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna play Lava Cover.
Play lower color reaches. Oh, actually, we had enough mana to tinker. I'm stupid.
Did we? Wasn't
Yeah,
one
because
of the...
workshop pays for the Signet, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Wait.
whatever. It probably doesn't matter too much.
Oh, I see if I
Yeah,
paid.
you know, I
But
don't know
I
why
kind
I
of
didn't think
didn't...
about that.
Well, so the reason... What if they just have O-Ring, like, and you've already played a land, right?
Yeah, it's better to tinker if you have a lot of mana up anyway. It's not like it was wrong to do that, right? I just overlooked. We just overlooked it. But we
Although
could have cast it.
you can make the case that tinkering earlier is better because your life total matters.
No,
That's fine.
Golas. He was so young.
Was he?
I don't know. Maybe he's probably really old actually. So
He's a tireless pilgrim. Okay, that's...
he probably has been pilgrimaging. I don't know what the verb is. Pilgering forever. Okay. Now we have the same situation again. Like we have +3 mana because of the workshop, but
we're gonna tinker away the Grim Monolith, I think.
yeah, I think Grim is worse than Basalt. Yeah, and you just I would just tap the Grim Monolith.
Oh yeah, sure. And leave a red floating, I guess. Oh no,
Yeah.
it costs more anyways.
Oh yeah, it costs 5. My bad.
So
Just
tap that
that.
probably.
Yeah.
We're never activating that.
One. Oh, that's already really good because it blocks. Then we can play that tapped, I think. And we probably played that still.
Okay,
Ooh,
now
we
we
could go
should
down to
consider not playing any more
4.
things after this.
I think it's fine to go down to 4 though.
Alright,
Okay.
well, so that means I
Would
also don't
not
want to
play
play the... Yeah,
the
exactly.
yeah, it just mills it. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine.
Yep.
Does it get the draw of cards? Probably. What's that? Path.
Path? If it's path, I'm just snap Archmage.
Countering. Yeah. Yep.
Archmage has been really good for us. Alright, we're dead
Yeah, I
to a
think
few
Glenn
things,
is quite
but
good.
I'm not gonna name any of them because that's
That is, I feel indifferent about hero play over here.
that's actually lethal unless we draw something good.
We can Tezzeret for like Metamorph or something. Oh, you can just wait. We can't draw cards in any way, right? Nope, we can't.
We can mill it with Emery, but I suspect we might want that in our deck, right?
I don't think you want to mill it. Yeah, I think you'd want to Tezzeret for something. I don't know what though. Probably. I don't know what to Tezzeret for. I'm thinking there's Metamorph.
It is Metamorph.
There's Metamorph and there's one other card. Do we have Lodestone main? Yeah, I guess it's Metamorph.
We do.
It's Metamorph, I think. We have Lodestone, but I think it's Metamorph. Probably should not tap the.
Yeah, I should not tap that for sure. I'm looking at
the mana. Yeah, just use the.
I guess we can't activate this one. We're like Wildwood is the one I want to leave untapped.
Yeah.
Oh, we also do draw that on their turn, huh?
Oh.
But we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I didn't think about that. And we have a blocker in Steering Wildwood as well, in case.
Yeah, but we'll have 4. If they have like any removal spell, then we die because.
What kind of removal spell can they have though? For the shark or for like any blocker? You mean? Because we take 4. Yeah, no.
It's Oblivion Ring.
The Oblivion Ring we sack. I think we block. Yeah, we would die.
All right.
I guess I would Metamorph.
Yeah, I'll just get Metamorph.
We need to reset the top card as well. I feel like I just hope to hit something there. We have one more blocker this way. Metamorph and just copy Sphinx or Hero. I think it's Sphinx. Okay, so we can attack.
We can play this.
Could play. I should probably play that, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't mill. Well, we still have the Time Twister, I guess. I think we're actually doing fine here.
Yeah, we're gonna, like, as long as we don't die this turn cycle, we'll probably find enough stuff that'll end up being fine. Oh my god,
we're drawing a billion cards.
We have 5 cards left. Metamorphing Spellbinder? No, because that's not even a good blocker.
Like, yeah, I mean, Spellbinder is we're just too low to do that. We have to like have blockers that kill their creatures, so they don't just swing with everything and then swing with everything again.
Yep.
And we have 5 blockers now. We have 3. We have 4 blockers because they can just Karakas Emery again, but that costs them 1 mana at least.
Yeah. So 4 blockers is safe. That would put me to 2, I think. Okay.
Smuggler's Copter
is fine. I can't Archmage it because I would die.
No, I think the Archmage is now better off as a blocker.
Agreed.
Anyway.
Okay,
That's fine. Much.
I guess I activate in response if they want to.
Oh yeah. I forgot. You probably should do that.
That card is weird. Like, I'm not sure why it's. Yeah. I mean, actually, they're very close to dead. It looks like, right?
Yeah, because we have the Citadel and we have 9 in the air, but they have a. So I think, yeah, we just played a Titan. Tap down the hero, which does a lot, I think. Oh yeah, you can do that first, right?
So probably play Island. Hold on. I should figure out if I can sneak Steam Vents into play tapped, I guess, but it doesn't really matter.
So it's.
Don't forget to not deck. Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
We can think about hitting them for 10. Yeah, that's certainly no. I do that.
How do we hit them for 10?
They're talking about Citadel, I think.
Okay. They take 5 in the air and then. Oh, they take they can block with smugglers as well.
I should leave up the Lava Claw reaches because that can activate this can activate Lava Claw reaches by itself.
That makes sense, yeah. Yep.
So
maybe you should not tap the Hallowed Fountain. I think I would use the Signet. Because the Hallowed Fountain can also activate the Wildwood. Signet. I would use the Signet. Because you want to have green-white open for the Wildwood, right? And you still have a blue land to play this turn. You have enough for the Glen.
It costs 4 to activate each, right? So that's 4. Oh, we'll be 1 short then, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't matter because you don't lose any total amount of mana here. I'm just saying, it was just colors. It was just colors. Yeah. I think you can start attacking. I don't know, Myth, how much though. It's like probably.
If I attack with 1 Sphinx, that's safe, I think, right?
Yeah, 1 Sphinx can attack for sure.
I think just 1 and just leave up the Wildwood activation because like why
maybe we should have played the Golem as well, actually.
Well, we don't have enough to
you want the activate. You want the activation. Yeah. You also want the Glen activation, which is.
Yep.
I mean, we have enough for 2 Glen activations, but. Okay, so.
No.
I would just no on both.
Yeah.
I mean, you could yes on 1 and hope to draw the Twister next turn, but then you Twister them as well. It's not like we're losing, right?
I think we'll actually have
Twister with
next turn.
Yeah, actually, Twister with 2 Sphinx in play would be really funny.
Hold on.
But, does it matter? It makes a blocker, I guess. It makes an attacker and a blocker. And the emblem.
By Archmage it, then their attack is putting me to 1.
Oh.
I don't think this actually matters, right?
I don't think it matters, yeah, but I don't know.
I was just looking closely. So suppose they crew the copter, we block, and then like they're actually dead.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about them blocking, but yeah, it's the same kind of.
So I could draw my deck. I'm not sure if I want to do. Let's see. I can attack for 6, 10, 14, but they have blockers.
Well, they have 2 flying blockers, right? So they take 1, go to 15. That means 2, and then they have 2 other blockers, so they block Frost. Wait, Frost Titan taps down 1 flyer. So 1 Sphinx connects, so you only need to get through, and the Glen connects, so you only need to get through 1 point of damage and then activate Citadel, so they're dead, I think.
No,
Also,
because
Scrap Heap Scrounger can't block. I just
right.
forgot that.
So we tap whatever we tap down, they'll use to crew that, right? So this is effectively that. So they'll
they'll have 3 blockers after tapping the Elite Spellbinder. I think they will have 3 blockers.
So they can block this and this. They'll take 5, go to hold on. This crews that. 1, 2, 3. You block here, here, here.
Yeah,
right?
they take 5.
Then you're at 11,
so you need,
right?
Yeah, so you need to activate the Manland.
Oh,
it's
right.
still enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could. I think you might even be able to activate both Manlands or something.
Probably.
This is probably also why you should have played. We should have played maybe the Golem last turn, but I don't know how it was possible to like play it without losing all the activations. Like it was kind of weird. Yeah.
Dude, this looks like massive overkill, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And then like you can already sack the things they like block to death or something, but it probably doesn't matter.
I mean, we have a lot of mana rocks in play, right? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I guess we could have like played it super duper giga slow and played around Solitude by playing the Loathsome Golem or something. But I didn't think about that.
Oh, sure. I probably was
Yeah, I
supposed
don't
to,
think
actually.
they will have Solitude in play in this board state. They would have probably played it at some point. Oh yeah, that's the easiest way to still lose the game, I guess. Just click yes 2 times. Yeah, now you can just boom.
They saw the Citadel tap. They knew the writing was on the wall.
They figured it out.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was kind of close because that Hero of Bladehold, well, that card just attacks for at least 7, which is
It didn't actually ever get to attack us, right?
I know, but
all right, that in, out. Like, I probably don't really need this, honestly.
I think Twister is bad.
Hangerback's pretty good, I think, too. I think maybe we should cut, like, Lodestone.
Lodestone is like, I don't know. It's worse than the cards we put in for sure. That's all. I mean, you could also make a case for Ancestor Vision or something, but I think Lodestone is worse probably because Vision makes your openers better, and Lodestone doesn't really unless you have Workshop.
Oh, I can hear the sirens.
Yeah.
You gotta get those criminals in check, Stefan.
Yeah, I'm already searching for the clues to solve the case.
This is actually pretty good for some, I think.
Yeah, I think this hand is good.
Just like turn 3 Sower, I think is
in this context, this hand is good.
A lot of cards we can draw that make it even better, obviously. So, all right, good. I was if they played Thalia, I'd be like shit.
Thalia would have been annoying. Yeah. They're probably gonna steal their next creature because I don't know if you want to steal the friggin'.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, that's
well,
annoying.
actually,
but
that's okay.
We still get it out the turn after though.
Exactly.
So. I would be inclined to play this during Wildwood.
Oh.
Well, there goes that.
I think
Now
we're
it would
supposed
be
to do
really
good.
cool if we had, wait. No, I think you're right. I
Yeah,
just
I
have
think
to
you have to
check.
do it now,
I just,
otherwise you
I
take too
just,
much.
I just had to check with like, yeah, no, it's fine. I just had to think about like, if you like, yeah, what to get as well. I
I
think
think you're
it's
supposed to get
Bolas.
Citadel because I think
I think
Ghost is too small ball.
no, I think it's Citadel for sure.
Oh, ball
That's
jam!
so insane. That's so freaking good.
That
Yes, please.
one.
Yeah, I mean, well, we could save life here because
I
Frost
think
Titan
we
keeps
don't
the
even want
undermine
to steal
check.
that one, right? Like,
Yes, and then you can cast it next turn anyway,
yeah.
right? That's
Oh.
better, I think. Wormcloud Engine would be so good with Citadel. Ooh, they
That's
destroyed.
fine. It kills our Citadel. We've gotten the use we need out of it.
Yeah, it was Tinker for Frost Titan, plus they had to spend a card on it, and Frost Titan is still in play. So, pretty good. I think you steal the
Yeah,
Spellbinder,
I'm gonna
probably.
attack, tap the Scrounger, steal with the Spellbinder, and then, like, we're
Yeah.
actually the beatdown deck now.
You're doing mean things to our opponents.
I mean, yes.
You're the evil.
Oh, that's actually pretty
Okay.
good.
That's very good, yeah. But I still feel like we should have the upper hand. Maybe not.
I think we just
Well,
attack, tap. Yeah, attacking's good, I think.
I think you should attack and then set up the kill with like Tarpit or I don't, or maybe Wildwood, I don't know. So you probably play. I mean, to be honest, you could also just play the Signet to activate Lava Claw reaches. I don't know. I don't know what to play here, to be honest.
Fire up Lava Claw? I don't think that does anything.
I would probably play the 4-mana Signet. I'm not quite sure about this
And I'm gonna
turn.
play Wildwood, I think.
I think it's Wildwood, yeah, because
In
they
case
can't
we need.
block the Titan anyway, so
Exactly.
the unblockable is just not relevant. What is that?
It gets a
Oh,
planes.
it's that card.
It's
It's
White
the
Orchid. But it's
Yeah, it's
tapped.
another night. Okay. Okay.
So we're at 5, effectively.
Yep.
Is there a way we can cheese them?
I don't really see it. I mean, you could.
This did not work out great, actually.
No, but you still are like you can still survive, right? You take well, I guess
No.
the
It
flyer
was.
gets through and
Yeah,
then you
exactly.
block. Oh, that doesn't work. So you block with Wildwood, you block here, and then you die. You can make them block, but you still die. Oh,
That's
maybe we're
sad.
just dead.
Maybe.
Well, well, actually, no. I think we're not that because you soar one of their. So you attack with Frost Titan, tap their, I guess, Adanta Vanguard. Then you play soar on their Loyal Warhound, and then you survive it too. If they have nothing,
Yeah, I
it's
think
probably
that's
the
the best
play.
play, probably.
Yeah. So you tap the yeah. Oh, they could also just block here,
Oh, I'm supposed
and
to
then
soar
we're dead.
first, actually.
Yeah, that was a misplay. Let's see if they see it.
That was really bad, actually. It's
That
just
was
face
actually pretty
up.
bad. Yeah. Because they could also block here because they're afraid of like 2 damage and stuff. They're very inclined to block here. Yeah, that was quite the misplay.
All right, I don't think they'll see it.
Oh, I think we still survive even if they block, actually. Because you just take one of their flyers and block the other one. But it would be much worse.
Oh, I can't play the other Signet too.
4, 6. If
No,
you play
but
Taiga, I think.
no,
Maybe.
yeah, but it's actually worse to do that than play the Tar Pit, I think.
Yes, I think it is worse. So you steal.
This one.
I think you steal a Loyal Warhound. Because then you can block Loyal Warhound on the other guy. But I think we would have survived even if they blocked, because then you take a flyer and then you block a flyer with the sower and you go to 2 still. But I think this is better because that way their Scrap Heap Scrounger dies as well. If it attacks. Actually, they don't have to attack with the Scrap Heap Scrounger. What am I saying? Obviously, they just attack with those 2. But yeah, well, if Scrap Heap Scrounger doesn't attack, it's not a card anyway. So
Feels like we're fine.
if they have nothing, we win. I think, right?
Yeah, because the
Like
Tar Pit is just lethal.
If
That's
their last
why.
card is like
A creature or whatever, yeah.
they just die to Tar Pit.
So the House of Cards was good enough.
Kind of.
I guess I should block this one in case if they have like Resto Angel for Flicker Wisp to flicker that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine like some bizarre sequence where we lose.
That was definitely better. So, what is the 4-mana card?
I kind of hope it's Ravages of War and we just attack and tap that.
It would be funny.
No, Geddon's fine. We just attack and tap their blocker and they die because this can't block.
Yeah, we just win against Armageddon or Ravages of War.
Like they would need Geddon plus blocker.
I think they have it, but they don't want to cast.
Nice. All right. I will attack you with my Crossing to tap down your blocker.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Get out of my game.
Well, what a surprise, reincarnated.
Wait, Geddon after you resolved a gold spam? That does not seem healthy for the person casting the Geddon.
Yeah, Scrap Heap Scrounger hasn't looked that great in these games.
I think it's a fine card to put in your deck, but like obviously.
Yeah, no, I think it's also fine for the card to be in the cube because it's an artifact and it's an aggressive 2-drop. It's like Porcelain Legionnaire, but worse. But it can be better if you have black mana.
Alright, we gotta run a prediction to see if we'll get a trophy. I'm on a hot streak. Because we won. There's a prediction from last night I forgot to pay out. Will we win this match? Alright, get your bets in. This is the trophy match with Monoblue artifacts again. It kind of felt like the archetype was just open right there, you know? We basically got everything we wanted except Urza.
Mono Green also was open. I feel like...
Yeah, but I'm so bored of... Like, Mono Green is the Legacy Cube experience.
I feel like a lot of stuff was open. I don't know what people drafted in their draft, to be honest.
I think this is, like, actually not a very good hand, personally.
I would mull, I think, because upside is...
Okay, well. See you later.
And it's also very easy.
The Wonderful Strix again, chat! Alright, play... Oh, okay. Our opponent has a powerful deck, too. Pun intended.
Boom. Okay, I would play the broken cards. And yeah, you can play the Taiga as well.
That's not fair.
No.
No, we need
But at least
that
our
one.
treachery is not gonna get mana leaked.
I know.
It's the positive.
But there's a chance that Treachery's dead in this matchup. Oh, they're cycling Miscalc? So they just
Cycling
drew
Miscalc on
Miscalc.
2. So they probably just didn't have enough mana sources or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play Signet, and the next one we play Relic, and probably Torpid, I don't know.
We needed that Soul Ring. Oh, yeah, we were right. They didn't have... Well, it's a pretty easy read to make, right?
Yes.
Probably play Tar Pit. In case if they play like a Jace or something. Tar Pit's the best way to pressure it.
Good old Torpid.
Chartless Bug, Tar Pit.
Yeah.
That was like the signature card of Chartless Bug, more than like Chartless Agent
It kind
itself.
of was. Because it was like the only legacy deck who would play this tap land. Kind of. Okay.
I'm not activating any creature lands, obviously. I think
No.
just like...
I mean, no. We can, like, if the game goes really long, we can, like, start attacking, but I don't think we're at that point yet.
They're just mana screwed, so the like worst thing you can
maybe
do
they
is
just start end step discarding or something.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to give them room where they can like actually just like use their cards and interact with mine. Like what you should do
we just wait until they like discard a bunch of cards or tap out, and then we can start attacking.
Damn, they didn't miss another land drop.
Unlucky.
I guess maybe this can force some action. Should I even play it here though?
I don't know. I mean, what kind of card? I think I would play it because there's not that many counter spells that counter it, right? There's only counter spell, and like Mystic Confluence, we can pay twice, so they would have to do it for 3. So if you get counter spell out of their hands with that, it would be fine, I think. Like if they counter spell that, I'm happy. But I could cast Hardcast Force of Will, I guess, as well. But, and then I would just play the tap
now I should just play a tap land, I think.
Yeah, I would just not do anything.
All right. Yeah, Ryan is referring to the fact I told him that you can just wait when you're playing Burn against like a counterspell deck. You just wait if they're about to discard and just don't cast anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Called abusing. Yeah, but that's good for us because now we get in some damage.
We get in a lot of damage actually.
Yeah, because that card is actually good when your opponent is tapped out. Okay,
that's also a good one, honestly.
We should probably play Emery 2 here now.
Yep. You mean one mana 1/2? God, Emery's so good.
Okay, I think we only attack with Lava Corrosius, right?
Yeah, and just pump a bunch of mana into it.
Just pump everything. I mean, not the Monolith probably, but or do we? I don't
let's see. So if you
I think it's
5,
fine.
6. I think just 5 damage is enough.
Honestly. I think I would do it for 5. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, charging the relic matters more.
We should not prioritize damage points of damage here over like mana setup for the next turn. Still, maybe if we get in another hit, we might just pay a lot. But I have the suspicion that they won't like.
They have to do things now, otherwise
they have to do stuff though. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Okay, so they might be Reanimator.
They could be Storm as well.
They could be Storm.
Okay, well, Treachery is good versus both of those cards.
I agree. We also could cast Metamorph.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It's kind of funny. We're like, well, so they have to reanimate that one then, but you can just respond to the. Oh
no, that's so sad. Why do they have fucking Bone Shredder? I recently cut that card from one of my ADH decks, but then I realized it's like foil Urza's Destiny, or is it Legacy?
Should I attack them again? Probably. I should attack them with this one, so they have to pay with Echo, right?
Yeah, I would attack with Tarbit here, I think.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, I mean, I kind of expected Emery to get answered in either way, but they have the freaking Bone Shredder. It's kind of funny.
All right, get them. If they remove it, it's also not a big deal. Yeah, that's like a really good answer, honestly. but whatevs. Yeah, I hope to Treachery Gristlebrand as well. That's also why I think 3 damage matters, because them being at 12 versus 15 is a big deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got rid of it for free. Okay, so what are they gonna do here?
Okay, this is not surprising.
Yep.
All right, who is the better? I honestly think we might be the better Gristlebrand deck. Oh,
I
they didn't
think
even do it. Okay.
Oh, they got Shieldred. Ugh.
Well, that makes sense if you expect it to live, right?
Yeah, but... Okay, we sacrifice a creature.
Okay, we sacrificed her. Ooh, okay.
Okay,
That
so
also
we...
shuffles. Yeah, that's like actually pretty good. I'm
So
gonna
we-
lead with Treachery, obviously.
Yeah, we try to steal first.
So I can respond to the trigger if it resolves.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Don't tap all the blue lands. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
If it resolves, I can put the trigger on stack, tap more lands, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like activate Lava Claw and hit them for a bunch, or maybe just cast the Time Twister. Honestly,
Yeah, maybe just cast Time Twister.
yeah, because it empties their graveyard. Right.
So yeah, now we can like make mana, and then like whatever, I don't know, hit them for a bunch or cast Time Twister.
I think we're casting Twister, right?
I think you should cast Twister, yeah, because then they can't get back their Grizzlebrands.
Exactly.
And it's like the way they get back into the game, I feel like.
Also, we have 0 cards. Okay,
Oh
we can
god,
tinker
our
for the
hand
house.
there is
Or we could play
so
Frost Titan.
much
Let's
stuff
see.
to do.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you could play Sphinx plus Lodestone, which is probably the best play.
I like the
Or,
Sphinx plus Lodestone
sorry,
play.
Frost Titan plus Lodestone is what I actually meant to say.
Is Frost Titan better on this board?
Yeah, I think so. If you just cut them off, like if you tap down a black source and make all of their spells cost more.
Okay. I thought Sphinx would be better, but I'm not sure. It's kind of close. So I thought Sphinx would be better because it's like slower. You know what I mean? Like, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think prisoning them here once we both have 7 cards in hand is
It
much better.
synergizes with the Lodestone
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well, so it's probably better. Right, let's get like, yeah, Black Source probably makes more sense. Okay.
Titan hits lands. No, I mean, whatever standard format that was, this was like a thing you could do and it was relevant, you know? I mean, Shrouded is also like decent versus their plan of trying to reanimate well, so. Alright, that's all I have. Also, now I can F6 because you can't represent force because of this.
Also, even if they get Grizzlebrand into play here, it doesn't do much. Because if they like pay 3 or 4 for a reanimation spell here and get Grizzle into play, they can't really draw with it.
Right.
I mean, maybe they have to draw with it because they're dead on board anyway, but you know.
Yeah, that's why I think this play is better, because like you also have lethal through the Grizzlebrand.
That's probably just better, yeah. I didn't think about that because you can like, yeah, it's more damage on the board as well, kind of.
Frost Titan was the worst. No, I think. Well, I don't know. Frost Titan was weirdly good off Lotus Cobra. That's really what was going on. All right. Spell Pierce looks excellent. I think we should cut like Shark Typhoon.
I would probably also side in the Sower.
Oh yeah, definitely want that.
What else? What else do we cut? I really don't know. Again, our deck has too many good cards. What a problem.
Could cut like Emery, actually. I don't think the games are really about Emery, but it's also kind of good.
Well, if we... So they had push. Do we have like... I guess we have some other push targets as well.
but the other ones we can choose when.
One problem with Emery could be that you Emery and then they reanimate what you milled or something.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't
just
know.
cut Emery.
I don't know. I just try to find reasons for a card in our deck to be bad. I don't know if that was good enough reason.
I think it's a good enough reason. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I played a bunch with Sun Titan Standard. It was good with Squadron Hawk. It was also very good with Phantasmal Image because you would just copy your Sun Titan and get something else back.
I think Sun Titan was kind of sick for some time.
I think
there
all
was
of them
this
were actually
weird
good in
solar
Standard.
flare deck, right?
Yeah, all of them
Like
were good in
that.
Standard.
I think all of the Titans were like for that timing where they came out, they were like super good.
If I had one more land, I would snap.
They're still to this day kind of good, but
this is just maniacal on 7, right?
No, I would not keep that hand. It's just a little bit too much. That's worse, but
I think we're supposed to keep and just bottom the Tezzeret actually, but
you just hope to draw land, right? Yeah, I guess you can bottom Tezzeret. Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe the Tezzeret was not that. No,
I think all the other cards are more important.
You have to bottom a double blue card, right? Yeah, and Treasury is better.
Metamorph is definitely like the best card in this hand, actually, by a lot.
Yes.
I also played a lot of Primeval Titan, Inkmoth Nexus, Wolf Run.
Our opponent always with the Mox Sapphire.
Their deck looks pretty decent, obviously.
Yeah, I think their deck is pretty good. I mean, they got Grizzlebrand, Reanimator stuff.
Grizzlebrand's literally the best Reanimator target. Archon's probably the second best.
Sometimes when I ended up drafting Reanimator, I ended up not getting Grizzlebrand quite often.
That's because it's like pretty easy to put in other decks
as
well.
It's like a card that you can just pick even if you aren't really sure what you're drafting yet sometimes. Okay, end step Frantic Surge.
There's Archon Cruelty. Funnily enough, you don't want to be the first one to Archon.
I know.
Yeah, we've discovered this a lot lately,
yeah,
right?
we have experienced this quite a lot.
The Archon and Archon mirrors are so goofy, is how I would put it.
They're really strange.
You want to be the second one to Archon. Does that do anything?
Well, I think you should play it over the. You should play it and pass off just so you represent more stuff. Kind of.
It's kind of weird because I do want this. Like, what am I discarding to Archon now?
Oh, I didn't think about it.
Maybe I thought about it, but I think this is still slightly better.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore. Maybe that was bad then. I don't know. We probably discard Glenn, but maybe not.
Sheesh, they're going deep.
They like looting after looting.
Thirst for Knowledge is one of my favorite cards that has unfortunately been aged out of Modern. Like, it's still Modern Legal, it's just not good. It's not good in any format it's legal in, actually. It's kind of funny.
There's still one person in Modern that plays it. I think their name is Shock Trooper.
Well, that's Monoblue. You can't, like... I don't know. I hope Shock Trooper's getting turned to Charmod.
Wow, you don't like them or what?
No, I just think like that's the punishment you should get.
Egregious. I know. It's probably not.
Oh, so this is actually Insulation versus the Archon battle, right?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of annoying. We can still.
We just Treachery, but and then if they
Treachery. I mean, we can Treachery this.
Okay, they're playing it real slow.
Well, that means for us we get the Glen on board, which the Archmage, which is kind of huge in my opinion.
And then we have the Ancestral behind, so like I think we're actually in decent shape.
And yeah, no, I would not play the Signal now because of what you said. We don't know what we discard into the Archon, so I think I'm happy tapping the Basalt Monolith there. It's fine. Yep. We can still cast the Metamorph off the workshop all the time, so.
Scientists baffled how Shock Trooper hasn't been aged out of Modern. It's true. Like, it's also really... Shock Trooper was playing that deck in Standard when I was playing Standard on MTGO as well. So, like, you know this person's really dedicated to their craft.
Yeah, they
They probably
They're
had the
an
same
OG.
Tron pieces for like literally like 14 years or whatever.
It's sick.
I think you're supposed to let this resolve actually.
Are we? I'm not sure. Well, okay. I guess you're afraid of them getting shouldered, right? You
Yeah,
corner, they get shouldered, you sack your guy. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess you have
exactly.
to let it get
Yeah.
discarded.
It's really sad, obviously, but we have the
That
ancestral vision
sucks.
behind, so we just need to
But
buy time for this.
yeah, they if we leave up double blue, they can't really do anything.
Also,
Like
this person has played very, very safely. Like, I'm pretty impressed. Most people would not play like this, I think.
probably, yeah. Well,
Uh,
now we could probably just empty our hand since we, don't really.
and I think we should just actually, should I play Run Fallen Shinobi? I probably should.
I think you should not attack, yes,
Yeah.
because of Fallen Shinobi.
God, fuck Fallen Shinobi. It's so like that card is
That's a really dumb
egregious.
card.
It was super tilting in MH1 Limited. You're like, well, I can't block this Changeling Outcast.
Don't forget to. I was gonna say untap was
Oh shit, you're right. Well, I'm too busy talking, but
It's
hopefully it
fine.
won't matter.
Fallen Shinobi sucks. I think the message has to be brought
Okay, well now we're in really good shape.
across.
Right, carpet go.
So we pass. Yeah, we play that pass, and next turn we can maybe. No, we can't. We just wait. We just wait until we draw some payout.
I mean,
right?
their deck is full of bad cards. Our deck is full of mana, I guess.
Glenn is so good against these decks.
I mean, what did we take Glenn over? Okay.
It was like some mana rock that tabled anyway or something.
Right.
Oh, that's so freaking annoying. Really.
All right.
Maybe we should have spell pierced because of that.
I'm just gonna take it. If they have it, they have it. All right, they don't have it. So I actually don't think Fallen Shinobi is very good in their deck on average as
No,
but yeah, obviously there's like that tension of like, well,
and now we have Tarpit to block in case. We should not time twister here, I think.
I agree. All right, the race is on.
Yeah, we just want another blocker in play so we cannot start attacking.
Yeah, but I don't want to use this one on that.
No,
like,
no,
that's
no,
just
definitely
so
not.
bad.
That would be terrible.
I mean, as it is, I don't think they can really win. It's like super hard for them, right?
Yeah, I don't really see a way. Like, even if they get a reanimation spell through, we just steal their creature. And even if that somehow gets faulted, we still have another steal and another time twister. So, like, I don't see a way.
We're just slowly getting all of the mana sources out of our deck, so if we have to twister, we won't draw them.
5-head.
5-head
or
indeed.
4-head or whatever. That is a pretty good one. So I guess we could have attacked with Tarpit already.
Whatever. Like,
Probably
there's no real rush. I don't like rushing in these spots. Also, I probably should have tapped the Wildwood, but whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. Don't think it matters.
The noose is tightening, chat. Noose is tightening.
That's a reanimation spell, right? So I think you gotta counter that. Sadly.
Alright, I think this is gonna be fine.
I think honestly, maybe you want to draw, but I think honestly maybe just hit them. They might have removal though, because if you just hit them for 8 and then for 8 again, like.
So do you want to cast Sower on that then?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but maybe that's just bad. Maybe you just attack for 8 here and don't cast Sower, and then next turn you steal it for lethal.
Right.
That's probably better. And like even if they have Fallen Shinobi here, like it's so unlikely that they get 2 broken cards. Like they need to get the Citadel or something, I think.
Also, I don't think they have Shinobi unless they drew it within.
Yeah, I
those
don't think
few
they have
turns.
it. And
Yeah, this
okay,
is
so
just
they
so
blocked.
likely.
Yeah, but I still don't want to use a game control spell on the freaking spell seeker. But maybe that was wrong. I don't know. I think that's fine. Because they're so likely to reanimate something now.
Oh,
Ooh, now the spell seeker gets back. Oh, I didn't think about something like that. But well, that's interesting.
we get Metamorph, but Metamorph can't copy anything, right?
I think Metamorph just die.
No,
Well,
it can copy
it
one.
can copy like an artifact. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's good that we kept all of our control cards. Yeah, I guess I would get Basalt Monolith because I feel like we.
Oh,
I mean, that's
see.
fine too,
Yeah,
but
no.
I feel like our next turn is gonna be like, you know, mana intensive.
Wait, what?
Maybe
Is it
Modus
bugged
Bug.
out?
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
clicking on it.
no. Maybe okay. Maybe you restart MTGO.
Yeah, I'll restart. But
And if it doesn't work, then we just probably have to concede and hope to win game 3 and.
Well, no, we just click no and it doesn't copy anything, I think.
Oh, we just click no, yeah.
But it's supposed to let us copy one of the artifacts.
It's supposed to work, yeah.
Nice. We're getting MTGO chat.
It's the hardest boss. It's MTGO.
I just want to copy my Basalt Monolith. Like
our deck is so good, we could only lose to MTGO.
I mean, I don't think we're even going to lose to that. I'm not sure it actually matters.
No, I don't think so either. But okay, clock is ticking, so it should work. Okay, nope, if it really doesn't work, then just press no. It's not like it matters that much.
Oh, right? No, it just you have to click no to say okay. What the hell?
Huh?
It copied.
So bad templating.
What? What's that?
That's the worst templating. It's the worst templating timeline.
That was weird as
so
hell.
I'm really interested in what they like get spell seeker. They got fatal push.
Because it has revolt, right?
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Do I discard Time Twister or Thirst? Probably Thirst, right?
Very close to me. I don't know. Oh, and we might have messed up. We could have thirsted in response to the Living Death.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
But maybe let's just discard the Thirst now. I think a Spell Pierce still could be more useful.
I think so.
And then we just untap and need to steal all their stuff or something.
So Fatal Push has Revolt right now, right?
It doesn't. Because the Glen is our
Oh, it's their thing, right?
Yeah. They need their things to go to the graveyard for Revolt.
Been a while.
Yeah, no problem. I don't think.
I think I just cast both things, obviously. Just leave up Spell Pierce. Right?
But for that to wait, you need to tap differently. Yeah, but yeah. I think you control magic the. Which one is the better one?
Probably the.
I think
the sharded?
The better one should be control magic because the other one is the other one they can maybe fatal push.
I think this is the better one actually.
I think shoulder is the better one, yeah. And then you sword the other guy. Probably leaving up the island in case they have wasteland, or I don't know. Oh, you have another island anyway, yeah. Okay, so.
So they're going to get Revolt off of this dying to that, right?
All of this dying, so they will kill the sower. which is fine. IMO. Yeah, I mean, we still had to play the sower. I feel like maybe not.
I think we do because otherwise, don't they just get to attack with Archon and kill Sharded?
Exactly. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just sack Spellseeker and attack. Yeah.
So they'll get Archon back, but on our upkeep, Sharded will kill it with its trigger. We hit them for 9. Okay, that's
Well,
the same
then,
thing. Yeah.
so they still have to push in their hand, right?
But the problem
The
is, yeah, this is actually an issue.
Oh, because of the sack thing.
You know what? I should have just picked nothing, I think.
Yeah, we should have let it die, right?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
That would have been so much better. It was, yeah.
Oh, we'll get Sower back.
Oh, yeah. And then
Yeah,
they push it
this is
again.
fine.
And then this is just
This is weird as heck.
infinite craziness. But, yeah.
Also,
I'm
I think
fine
it's
with
Swamp
infinite
Block, which is the real
craziness.
reason I wanted to pick it. Like, oh, Necromancy.
Oh, now they steal it back or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah, we
bad.
might lose this one now. Well, we still have Time Twister. It's not over.
12 piercing, it doesn't do much. Wow. This is Sag. Alright. We need to Twister into our treachery, I guess, right?
Yeah. Or into like Frost Titan plus something.
Alright. We might need all of our mana from
untapping that is really important here. Okay, we sacrifice a creature. We can't cast it. Yeah, we just tap one of the basalts, I think, to leave all them colors. I think that matters this turn.
Unfortunately, giving them cards off obviously sucks, but I think it's just a forced play by this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's almost as good as it gets.
I think we should tinker first, right?
I think you should tinker first, yeah.
I guess I can play Signet off Workshop.
Yeah, you probably should play one Signet at least. Maybe both actually, because it's like mana neutral. Like cost 2+1, and the artifact mana is gone away anyway. And now you can tinker.
I think we should tinker this away.
Yes, exactly. I was saying.
Because of the exact same thing.
Yeah, you tinker away the metamorph, and now we pray, and it resolved. So let's see how
waiting for a meeting to start, so I don't have sound.
Yeah, I think it should be.
GLHF.
So, okay, I guess there's a land, and there's a Soul Ring. Why does it make it so? Oh, damn. Well, yeah, that sucks. Well, it's still like.
What do we have to like? We have to treachery this.
Oh no! Wait, you could treachery this sower. No, that doesn't.
That doesn't do anything.
Right? That doesn't do anything. that would be a really bad play. That would be a really bad one. What do we do? Okay, one thing you could do is you steal the Archon, so they can't gain life. Then you attack them with Tar Pit. They go to 12, and next time you attack them with Tar Pit and Ball Citadel.
Sure. That's
maybe. Wait. Let's think about that. Or maybe you have to like get Shieldred. But like the problem is, if you get Shieldred, they sack the Bone Shredder and then they just attack, right?
Yep. So I think you have to take that.
Yeah, I think you have to take the Archon, and then you get in for 3 with the Tar Pit probably. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might not have enough permanents anyway, but we still have what it's called, Citadel to find them. Can't we sack Tar Pit to Archon? You are right. Maybe we should do that.
Oh.
Maybe we should have done that. Yeah.
We can still sack it to Archon.
To shoulder it this time, yeah, but
yeah. Do we think this will matter, or should I just hold it to discard?
I really don't know. I think Lava Claw Regis probably matters more than that. So what's that? Thirst. Yeah, okay. Be thirsty.
You can tap Wildwood to itself to sack it as well.
You can definitely activate Wildwood.
Yeah.
So
to land.
do we suspend it? I don't think we.
No, I cannot imagine a scenario where we get to that.
Yeah, I don't really think so. Okay, so they shoulder it. So in response, we activate Stirring Wildwood probably.
It's on our upkeep.
Oh, now they get back nothing, right? Wait. Oh yeah, I see. Now I understand. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Well then. I would
Pierce?
let it. I would let it. I don't know. I would let it resolve, but I don't know. It's kind of whatever. Like if you spell pierce it, hope that they pay it, hope that they don't have enough mana. Like they have 9 mana still, so whatever.
This is a weird ass game. I guess Time Twister does that, but also just like the constant stream of control magics also did that, right?
Yeah, I guess we should have spell pierce maybe, but I don't really see the.
I mean, they have so much mana that I'm not sure it actually does much.
It leaves us with more card material, which might be important if they get back Archon or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but maybe that's. I think it's very marginal, both. Or is it? Maybe it's not.
What is this? Okay, that
just hardcast Crystal Brand.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if you pay 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yeah, it's like.
But they might attack here with Shoulder It. They're crazy. They're not. Okay, end step on tap. Basalt Monolith again.
And then upkeep. I'm gonna just sack this to the.
Yeah, upkeep. You just activate that shit.
I go to 7 if I cast that.
The main problem here is that like you.
Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just need 2 permanents, right? And it hit them for 3.
I mean, Treachery is also permanent, so it's like 2. Treachery Archon is 2.
Oh, so actually,
you don't even need to connect. You can just attack with Archon, and after a trigger resolves, you can kill them.
Oh, sure. So just cast
this.
You
can definitely cast the Sphinx, I think.
Yep, works out.
Yeah, I would still activate the Tar Pit just for insurance. I don't know. Oh, we don't have black anymore.
Wait, I tapped as poorly as possible. Shit. Okay.
Whatever.
Time to cast.
It probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. Oh, there's a black thing. Oh, that's better. You discard Taiga Visions, or like, yeah, I think it's Taiga Visions, and then you can play the Glen to back up your play, which is probably better than anything else. No, you can attack with Archon. They will lose 3 from the trigger, and then they are at 9. Like, we kill them before blockers. But you can also just activate the Tar Pit now. Would you like to? What is that? Oh, you played the thing. I was confused. Yeah. So we have it locked up twice here, basically, is what I was saying. They should be dead. We have it locked up a lot of in a few ways, because there's like Glen protecting it as well.
Bolsa Citadel wins another game of Magic. Who would have thought?
And you can also you would also sack the Archon anyway, right?
Sure.
So that's why it can attack anyway. Yeah, now you can do whatever. It's funny how often it comes up that you sack stuff to the Citadel, in this deck at least. Yeah, I would sack everything but the creatures. Boom.
Boom.
And
How
even
many
if they
was the
somehow
pseudo
survive
kills did we
here,
get? Like 4?
it was a lot of. I don't think
You
it
know
was
what the
4,
problem
but
is? Our deck is really bad at killing people, that's why.
that's why. That's
Yeah,
the reason.
it's actually pretty likely for us to just find a bunch of air and like know ways to deal damage.
It's funny how often man lands mattered as well. I like that.
Alright, I feel like we should take 5 minutes and do exactly one more draft, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might not stay for round 3 or something. But,
Okay. Alright, sure.
But we can draft one more.
Alright, so we'll be right back for the second draft. If someone wants to step, get that donation in. Get that donation in anyways, though. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, give us some interesting stipulation.